Flattering photo to me the other day, actually. I don't follow them, but it was retweeted so much that I had to click the link. Actually, it wasn't that flattering because she's in very good because she's in very good shape still, apparently. Somebody actually, one thing that people have been saying about Twitter and celebrities on Twitter is that they're going to put the gossip magazines and the paparazzi out of business, which to me seems totally like fallacious because. The celebrities surely only take nice photos of themselves, right? And the photos that sell in the gossip magazines are like the awful photos, like the freak show photos, right? So there's always going to be a market for the freak show ones, I think. I don't know. So, yeah. How you doing there? Thank you, man.
Whenever you're
ready? Okay. Ready. Good. This is Joe. Everybody knows Joe, and Joe is going to talk to us about the future of the green web. Go, Joe.
That's all I get.
Yay! Yay, Joe! Woo!
Truth be told, Joe, you didn't send me a bio, so yeah.
I meant about the future of the green web because that doesn't make any sense.
He needs no introduction.
Now I have to explain that.
Yeah, that's your job. Yeah, go for it.
So I want to talk about what's next trend-wise for using the web to fight climate change, save the environment, save the planet, and stuff like that. I think that when I think about what's the future in this area, I think about it as like a parallel universe, the stuff that we could be doing right now. It just happens to be that it's evolved that we're not. So I want to start out, I want to share 3 or 4 points or 3 or 4 ideas. One is Kiva. Kiva has so far pulled in over $60 million to fund entrepreneurs in the developing world. The same approach with a few tweaks could be applied to funding social entrepreneurs in our own backyard, green entrepreneurs. And that would just be off the hook. And when we talk about funding like green businesses and stuff like that, this could just level it. We all fund businesses by just chipping in $25 like so many people do on Kiva. And this is just like so successful. Except the thing is that Kiva isn't open source. So what are you gonna do? Well, you could do what Education Generation did, build a site from scratch. And where's Sean? It's like 20K, it sounded like?
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. You could build a wiki from scratch too, and maybe raise like a blog and raise a similar, not that high, but similar amount. Lend for Health, I'm not going to show it, but lendforhealth.org is microloans for health, launched in the States, and they've raised, I think, over 10K, over 15K. But what's wild is Spot Us is a giving platform to fund journalists who have projects, and you can fund them because, print journalism is dead and all that jazz. And so this happened and got like 400K in funding. And this sucker is open source. So you could just like rip this for Kiva, for green entrepreneurs. That's point 1. I think that'd just be crazy. You could have that up and running in like a week.
All right.
Anyone interested in building that? Just raise your hand. I don't want to be involved. Like you could just kind of.
What kind of skills do we need?
It's really easy. It just takes time. Here's some other links. The tag I'm using to share these links is Green Future. I just hijacked the tag. It's kind of pretentious. And there's some other links in there. The other thing I want to talk about is data. The green movement needs data to power people when we talk about like stuff that DSmog blog does to like raise awareness of that there's like global warming denying stuff. If we level the playing field of access to data, then you can have someone have this like widget on their MySpace page that's like with carbon emission rates and the fact that the world is going to end. We need to enable the data so any developer, anyone really, can build the tools to share what's going on with everyone else. And that could just be so hot. And what's closest to that right now is amee.c.com now. And it measures emission stuff. And it's really cool. And lots of projects are built off of it. And I think seeing more projects like this and making them more open to everyone to build off of could be way hot. And it's cool stuff. It doesn't look as cool as it looks, but it's very cool under the hood. So here.
That's my email.
Say again? What my inspiration there is what the Sunlight Foundation does to open up political data in the States. And they've given birth to so many different projects, just powered by data and transparency and what that can create for movements. Sort of very much what Steve Williams was talking about, cracking open the data for everyone. The other thing I want to talk about is that right now we're masters at low levels of engagement when it comes to the green and using the web for the green movement. So we've mastered what online petitions look like. We've mastered what it looks like to become a fan of a page on Facebook. We've even mastered what micro donations look like. We need to step it up and using the web to empower real-world collaboration with groups that are decentralized and that are peer-to-peer. And there's just huge potential in this area. One project that I'm a fan of is Amazee, which is kind of, for those familiar with Basecamp, is it's like this open Basecamp where anyone can create projects, and they're often geared around social change. And I think, to-do lists, calendars, just letting people like rip. And your nonprofit might not use Amazee, but maybe implementing stuff that really lets people do stuff on your website or off your website could be mad cool. And I've written to that effect. I think Amazee should make their software enterprise. You can add it to your website. I haven't written to them, but I blogged about it. I think another inspiration is OneSky, which is kind of like what the Obama website would be about if it was about climate change. And it lets you form meetups in the States. And I was tweeting earlier today about what is this in Canada for letting people get together around events, to reach out to your local politician, you become a precinct captain. And I don't know if this screenshot is doing really it justice, but if I do act now, no, if I do get local, I think you'll see the whole map, which is just really inspiring. I think we're very far removed from the delicious tags at this point. Shabam. The map. And other sites play in this space, but I kind of like this. It's start a precinct, join a precinct, use the web, get involved. None of this put your name on a map thing. It's really geared around getting involved. And I think we need to start thinking and exploring and documenting and sharing examples of using the web to get stuff done. What I want to talk about next, that's kind of two. What I want to talk about next is using the web instead of just preaching to the choir, and we need to make the choir sing. With Emily Gertz did a thing at South by Southwest. We need to make the choir sing so that so that we can reach the people that are not converted yet. And that is hugely valuable. I think there's a lot that we can do more to just straight up just reach more people. And the way we do that is not to launch the next change.org. It's to launch tools that make every website a platform for social change. And I want to share two quick examples. One is 1 million acts of green. What happens when a green network is